What up, everybody? Welcome back to KnobHead Football. Today we got a scouting report on Garrett Wilson, receiver out of Ohio State, number 10 overall pick to the Jets. Here are stats from last season: 11 games, 70 catches, over 1,000 yards, and 12 TDs. Really, half of his production came in his final season at Ohio State. 2,000 yards in his career, 23 TDs. His strengths and weaknesses: first strength, his release off the line. In my opinion, I think he's got the best release off the line of anybody in this class. Here's the first example here against Maryland on the goal line. He's going to be at the bottom of the screen here. Going to be press, inside release, gets a ton of separation immediately, but cuts back to the outside. Pretty much wide open on this one. CJ Stroud's not able to get this ball in his hands, but beat his corner immediately off the line to the inside, and then again back to the outside. Should have been a touchdown there on 3rd and goal. Here's another one against Maryland. This one's going to be on the bottom of the screen, just a vertical release. Just creates a lot of separation pretty much immediately on that corner. Little inside and then a stutter step back outside and got enough speed to separate there. Another strength, slippery after the catch. He's so great after the catch. Really good instincts, really good feel. This one he's going to run a screen at the top here. He's going to start his juke before the ball is even in his hands here. Going to step to the outside right before that ball gets into his hands. He's going to be able to juke that safety. That's Jaquan Brisker, too, one of the best safeties in the country. He was a 2nd-round pick to the Bears, I believe. But yeah, just starting that juke before he gets to the ball. Only a short gain on this one, but nice move after the catch to gain a couple yards. This one, he's going to run a bubble at the top of the screen. Just a really nice juke, head fake there. He's going to nearly slip on that one, but he's able to keep his balance and spin back for the first down. This one, he's going to be the number 2 receiver in the trips. Just going to run a slant here on 4th and 1, create separation, and then juke after the catch. Little stiff arm there on Karlaftis, 1st-round pick to the Chiefs, to propel himself into the end zone. Here's going to be at the top of the screen. He's just going to run a hitch. He's going to slip that tackle, juke another. Just really tough to bring down in open space. Next strength, speed and space. He ran a 4.38 40 at the combine, which was kind of surprising to me. I didn't necessarily see that level of speed on tape, but still got enough speed to make things happen when you get the ball in his hands. This one here against Akron, he's just going to take that bubble and zip down the sideline, pun intended, and then nice stiff arm on this guy right here to pick up a few more yards. Big gain on that. This one here is going to be a jet sweep, really going to go untouched all the way for the 50-yard touchdown here against Purdue. Another strength of his, manipulating leverage. Kind of goes back to the instincts after the catch, too. That kind of plays a role in that, but just really good at manipulating the DBs and getting them to turn certain ways so he can cut back and create separation. This one here against Tulsa, he's going to run an out here at the bottom of the screen. Just a really good release off the ball here initially. He's going to line up fairly tight to the line here and then start outside, get the DB to turn back inside. Then he's going to break back out and able to get the first down on this one. But watch this release, man. Inside, outside, break back out. DB really has no shot on that one. This one he's going to be one-on-one against the safety, which is clear mismatch every single time. Just going to use his eyes and take 2 steps towards the outside just to get the safety to turn his hips. And once he does that, it's over. Cut back to the post. Easy touchdown there. Another strength, really good at attacking the ball and just using his hands to catch the ball, not letting it hit his body. But he's a fairly small guy, about 6 foot, 185 pounds. It's really useful that he goes up with his hands, really good at high pointing the ball. First example here, this is really just going to show his hands, but he's going to motion over and then run a dig, get this DB to fall down. But the ball's going to be thrown behind here. Really nice catch. I wish I had another angle on this, but this ball's thrown behind and able to just snag that with one hand and take the hit. Just a really great catch overall there. This one here is going to be at the bottom of the screen, just one-on-one. This is where he's really deadly, but Stroud's just going to put the ball back shoulder for him. Once again, the hands catch, going up to catch the ball. DB really has no shot to get that. Here he's going to be against Michigan at the bottom of the screen. He's going to run an out on this one, and once again, just go attack the ball. This 3rd and 20, 4-down territory. He's going to go up and attack that ball, just secure the catch, bring up an easier 4th down for him on that one. Next strength, contested catches, kind of goes along with the last one, but for a guy who's only 6 foot, just really talented at going up for the ball in traffic and bringing it down. This one here against Michigan is just going to be a back shoulder here, and able to get a foot down and score on this one too. But just really great catch, strong hands there. DB plays that pretty well, gets his hand right in between his arms, but strong hands, able to hold on to that ball. Here's another angle, just watch him float in the air here, high point that ball. Really great catch on that one. All right, now his weaknesses. First one, inconsistent footwork. Obviously, I mentioned the release. Sometimes he can just get indecisive, but sometimes there's a lot of wasted movement in his steps. So that's something I think he can improve on. Again, I think he's got just the natural talent and pretty good footwork overall, but he can definitely get more efficient with his route running. Next weakness, as I mentioned, kind of a small frame, 6 foot 185, so he can struggle against big physical DBs. When he's in press coverage against some of these long corners, if they can get their hands on him, which is a tough task, but if they can get their hands on him, sometimes he can struggle against that, just getting off the press of those long corners and also positioning when he goes up for those contested catches. Sometimes when he's against a big physical DB, he can struggle to get position on those guys. Next weakness, blocking. He's not a terrible blocker, and the reason it's a weakness, I think, is more so because of his smaller frame, more so than his effort. I think he puts in enough effort to block, but sometimes his frame can be a detriment to him in that case. And then some concentration drops. Again, I mentioned the hands, really great hands. Sometimes he can turn his head too early, like he does on this one against Indiana. Gonna line up at the top of the screen, just run a slant here. Just turn his head too early on this one. Ball hits his hands and then is dropped. And then some of his other drops come on the sideline where he's too focused on getting his feet down and sometimes can lose track of the ball and just drop an easy one, but that doesn't happen very often. All right, my player comparisons for him. Keenan Allen is the first one. I mean, clearly he's not as polished of a route runner as Keenan Allen is, but you can definitely see some similarities between the two. So if he can continue to develop and like I mentioned, just be a little bit more efficient in his releases and his routes, I can see Keenan Allen being somewhat of like a template for him, if that makes sense. Also, DJ Moore, not a perfect comparison, but similar frame. DJ Moore is a little bit bigger than him, but similar height, and I think they have some of the same ability after the catch as well. Career projection, I see him as a wide receiver 1. I do have some questions as far as like the top level receivers in the league, mostly just because of his play style though, nothing against his ability. But that brings me to my next thing. At the very least, I think he can be a really great third down artist where, it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. You just need a guy to get open against man coverage. At the very least, I think he can be very productive on 3rd down for the Jets. Now I'm going to get into my favorite and my least favorite play from Garrett Wilson this past season. This is my favorite play here against Maryland. It's going to be 4th and goal. He's got press man up at the top of the screen. And I mentioned the releases a couple times. Just watch this release, man. Watch how much separation he can get in such a tight space. And once again, go attack that ball. Don't let that ball come to you. Go get up and go attack that ball to make sure that DB has no chance of breaking that up. But yeah, really encompasses a lot of what you like to see out of Garrett Wilson. The great release, really good footwork. I mentioned the wasted movements previously. No wasted movement on that one. Really great separation in a tight space. And once again, going up to high point that ball, bringing that down for the touchdown on 4th and goal. Watch the head fake on this release too. Man, the head fake inside just gets that DB so turned. Just a really, really great play by Wilson right there. That makes it so easy for the quarterback on those goal line fades to create that much separation and knowing your guy's going to go up and high point the ball too. Makes CJ Stroud's job a lot easier on that one. All right, my least favorite play from him. This one's not terrible, but it's going to be 3rd and 8. He's going to run a drag here at the bottom of the screen. Going to get kind of caught up in the middle, but able to open up. Then it's going to be 3rd and 8 here, and he's really got a window if he... I mentioned the speed he has, kind of surprising speed to me, but ran a 4.38 at the combine. You'd like to see him just take that ball in stride and continue running. I mean, that's a linebacker there, number 40. You'd think he'd be able to outrun that guy to the edge. As I mentioned, normally he's really good after the catch, but 3rd and 8, you'd like to see him just take that all the way to the sideline and try to get to the first down, but instead cuts back into more traffic and only able to pick up a few more yards. Then it brings up a 4th down in your own territory. But that's going to do it for my scouting report on Garrett Wilson. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Keep an eye out for more scouting reports in the future. Overall, I think the Jets got a really nice receiver. With the amount of separation he can get, he's really quarterback's best friend. As I mentioned, the 3rd down artist potential he can have just makes Zach Wilson's life a lot easier on 3rd down. He's really got a guy he can look to get open against man coverage pretty consistently. I'm excited to watch him this year. Should be a good receiver for a long time for the Jets. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.